Welcome to Outlaw Edge Blade Works. So I'm out here messing around in the woods today, and I figured I'd do a quick review. This is a Leatherman 300. Is it upside down? No. This is a great multi-tool. I've carried this for years. This is just going to be a quick review. But one of my favorite things that Leatherman did is they put serrations on one blade, which I cannot stand serrations. And I actually use it to beat up on. I use it to strike fire steels or tear up wood or whatever. But then you have this blade here, and Leatherman uses extremely good steel for their blades. They don't use this cheap 440C or whatever. And I forget, I wanted to say this is Aussate, but I don't think that's right. But this has been reprofiled. I did this a while back, and this thing is just ridiculous sharp. And it's these are awesome multi-tools. If you're gonna get a multi-tool, I highly recommend these. Leatherman's always come out with nice products. You know, you'll have your hot spots like this with a multi-tool, but you can't, you almost have to expect that because this is a squared off tool. But I mean, it folds up into a nice toolbox pretty much. You know, that's a whole toolbox full of stuff. You've got tape measures and everything. You've got your pliers. They have a carbide tip right here. You can see the small Allen bolt, and you could change that if you mess this tip up. And you can see it's pretty beat up. I've beat on it for years, and I've had this. I believe I've had this about 10 years because I used to carry a Craftsman multi-tool, and it was fine, you know. But it was a Schrade Craftsman is the company that I found out that made them. But one day I seen this Leatherman tool, this Leatherman 300, and just fell in love with it. I mean, this thing is awesome. And one of the other things that I like is these jaws open really big. A lot of times I mess with faucets, stuff like that at the house, or pipes that I got to turn, fittings. And then also you have needle nose. And all the years of prying and beating and hammering, and I mean, I use this thing for everything. And you can see this is a hammer here. You could use that like a hammer on the side. Excuse me. Right here also, you can use that as a hammer when you're putting in nails or whatever. And I mean, to be honest, I've used it like this as a hammer, and I mean, there's no marks on this thing anywhere, and I've beat this thing to death, and it's not loose and jumping around and clanging and banging or nothing. I mean, it's all the rivets, all the fasteners are real tight still. I've never broke one tool on here. It's got a file. I've used it, you know, not too much, but I've used it before in an emergency situation where I needed a file pretty bad. But I just love that Leatherman uses extremely good steel in their knife blades. Other multi-tools, a lot of them do not do this. I know SOG does. They have some great ones. But Leatherman, I mean, for the price and everything, you really can't beat it. And I believe I paid about 80 bucks for this, if I remember correctly. And I love that they have this awl. And there's a big screwdriver, small screwdriver, and there's a little lanyard set up right here. And I use this awl to strike my fire steel. That's pretty much the only thing I use it for. I mean, other than poking holes in wood or whatever, leather, and anyways. And also, the back of this saw is 90 degrees here. You can use this, I guess, to pull out fish hooks is what I was told. And this saw is amazing. I mean, it just rips through wood. And you can see, look, it's catching right here on my finger. This thing is extremely sharp. But I like how it has the 90 degree where you can strike your fire steel. That's really handy. And it also has, like I said, the serration blade, which I could care less about. I like to take it off. But you've got your Phillips bit, small screwdriver, can opener, and I can't say enough about this thing. It's an amazing multi-tool. But I was out here using it, and I was like, well, might as well share with you guys, you know. And Leatherman 300. Thanks for watching Outlaw Edge Blade Works. Please check out our channel and subscribe. If you leave comments, please be nice. And check out our website. We've got knives and axes that are going to be going on our store pretty soon. MNOutlawCustoms.com.